Hi, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie, and for today's video, we are planning for a Disney trip. So I have a trip coming up with my sister and my mom to Disney World, and we are so excited because we're doing a little weekend in Disney for Christmas. There's so many things that we have not done for a Christmas trip. We have been around Christmas time once before, but there's so many things that we're excited about. I'm really excited to kind of sit down and plan everything out. One thing I'm using to plan my trip is a digital planner that I actually created for myself because I could not find the perfect digital planner for planning Disney trips. If you're interested, I do have it on Etsy, so I will link it in the description for you if you are into digital planning, into Disney. I love it so much. It's very simple, so you can kind of make it your own, which is really nice. So that is what I'm going to be using today to plan out all of our days for our trip. A couple other things I need to work on. So we are going for a very short trip. So me, my sister, and my mom are FaceTiming tonight to kind of lay out all of our priorities of like, what are the things that are absolute must-dos so that I can include it in my digital planner. So I think it'll be helpful to kind of sit down and plan out the days before we have that FaceTime, just so that we know exactly what time we need to be where and kind of determine how many things we can add in as must-dos, because there are 3 of us and we all have different things that we want to do, so we want to make sure we can do all of the things that are on each person's list. But I think it'll be helpful to have the basic outline already kind of planned out so that we can determine how many things we can squeeze in. And then I also need to book my transportation from the airport to the hotel and then from the hotel back to the airport. I'm definitely going to be doing the Mears Connect for the trip from the airport to Caribbean Beach Resort where we're staying, and I'm not quite sure yet if we're going to Uber back all together, the 3 of us, or if it would be cheaper to just do Mears Connect on the way back too. I just find like Mears Connect is such a nicer experience. I really enjoy that experience of staying kind of in the bubble. When you get an Uber, you never really know what you're gonna get, and honestly I feel like lately Uber has not been the vibe. I strongly prefer to do the Mears Connect, so I'll definitely be doing the Mears Connect from the airport to the resort because my sister and my mom are flying in from a different city, so they will have a different arrival time than me. So they're gonna go to the resort and I'll either meet them at Disney Springs or meet them at the resort if they're still there when I get there. So I will definitely be doing the Mears Connect there, but I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing on the way back. Another thing I need to do is finish planning my outfits. So I kind of mostly have them planned, but I definitely want to update my little app that I use, and I'll show you all of that. But I want to update my little app just so that when I go to actually pack the outfits, it's super easy and I don't have to worry about making sure I have all of the right things for my outfits. So we'll update my outfits and then we'll pretty much be ready for our trip. Whenever I do these planning videos, I always like to make like a coffee or something, but I'm a little bit over caffeinated today, so probably shouldn't have another coffee. But I was thinking maybe I could make like a steamed apple cider. I have the Trader Joe's apple cider. I thought maybe I could just steam it with my steam wand on my espresso machine, so we'll see how it goes. But let's make a little drink and we'll light a little candle, kind of set the mood, get in the Christmas spirit, and then we'll do some digital planning. I just got this really exciting new candle from Magic Candle Company. Really wanted a Christmas candle that reminded me of Disney specifically because 2 of my favorite things, Disney scents, Christmas scents, wrapped up into a candle. So I decided to order this candle from Magic Candle Company. It's called Little Old Christmas Shop, and the packaging is so stinking cute. It literally smells exactly like the Ye Old Christmas Shop in Magic Kingdom. It smells amazing. It has this really nice like wood wick, so I'm super excited to light it because what better scent to get you in the mood for planning a Disney Christmas trip than the actual smell of Ye Old Christmas Shop. It smells so good. If you're interested in this candle, I will put my affiliate link in the description. The nice thing about this Disney planner is I can reuse it over and over again. So I'm just going through and erasing everything from our last trip that I had put in here because I just don't need it anymore. So I'm gonna erase everything and then I'll have a fresh, clean slate to plan our new trip. Okay, just a quick walkthrough of my planner. So I have this little cover page, and then I do have a spot for a vision board, so we'll do that first. We'll make a vision board, and then we can plan out our week, which kind of has as many days as you need it to have, which is nice. And then we have daily planners. So I removed all the extra days I had from my last trip, so it only has a day for each of the days that we're there. So our travel day, and then the 2 full days that we're there, and then the day we leave. I have a spot for my outfit, the date, what park we're going to, how we're gonna get there, the kind of tentative schedule, and then what we're planning on eating for meals. And then down here is where I'm gonna write down our must-dos that we talk about on FaceTime tonight so that we can make sure we get everyone's stuff that they really wanna do, make sure that we write it all down and that we do it all. So that is basically my planner. So the first thing I'm gonna do is make a vision board, which is always my favorite part. So I usually take pictures off Pinterest, or they're pictures that I took on previous trips. So for this one, I'm definitely gonna do a lot of the Christmassy kind of pictures. So I'm gonna have to pull some off Pinterest since I've not really been during Christmas time. So we're gonna make our vision board, save some pictures off Pinterest, kind of make a little collage, and then we'll go into our actual planning. So I am done with my vision board. I will put a picture of it here for you to see, and I think it turned out so good. One thing I really enjoyed that I did with our last trip was I made our vision board for our trip my background on my iPad. So every time I opened up my iPad, I got really excited for our trip. So I think I'll do the same thing this time. So once we're done planning everything, I will set it to my background just because it just gives me all of the vibes leading up to the trip, which is so fun. So now let's go through our weekly plan and kind of plan out what we're gonna be doing each day. And we do have a couple dining reservations, nothing crazy because it's such a short trip. But just write everything down, write down the times, for example, for the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas party, because we are going to the Christmas party the day of our travel day. So I'm definitely gonna want to write down all the times that we have to be everywhere, like for example, what time the parade is, what time we can get to the park, what time we need to do our Tron virtual queue, things like that, so that we have it all planned out, so that when we go through and decide what we wanna do, we actually have a tentative plan, just kind of getting a basic outline to go off of. I really just have the basics on this weekly plan, like what park we're going to, any dining reservations, and that's pretty much it. Just kind of giving a general outline. The weekly plan I usually keep pretty bare bones. So I'm all done with my daily plan, so going through each day and kind of planning out exactly what we're gonna be doing, what time the park opens, what time early entry is, all those kinds of things. I'm gonna FaceTime with my mom and my sister tonight, so I will check in with you tomorrow after we kind of decide what our must-dos are. I'll kind of go through each day. We'll go through everything that we have planned for our 3-day trip, so we're definitely gonna be packing in a lot of stuff in those 3 days, and then we'll plan our outfits as well as book our transportation from the airport to the hotel and then back to the airport. So I will touch base with you tomorrow. After FaceTiming with my mom and my sister, we kind of went through each day and what days we needed to really cut back on things. Like for example, Magic Kingdom, we're only gonna be there for the Christmas party. We're not going for a full day. So we really had to like each pick one ride to prioritize to make sure we all got to go on our favorite ride. And then obviously Tron was a given. My sister and my mom have not ridden Tron, so we definitely wanna go on that. So we were like, okay, that's a given. You know, the Christmas stuff is a given, but let's all pick one ride. And I wrote down kind of all of our priorities. So after I'm done finalizing my outfits, I will go through each day with you and just kind of share what our plans are for the trip. Let's finish planning the outfits. For planning my outfits, I use this app called Stylebook. I have a couple of outfits planned already. So this outfit has changed quite a bit, so I'm definitely gonna update it. And then my Hollywood Studios outfit is pretty much finalized, and then this is pretty much my Epcot outfit. I definitely have a lot of things kind of done, but I don't have a travel home day outfit or a travel day outfit, so I definitely need to work on those. But this one has changed a little bit, so I'm going to update this one and then try to figure out what I'm wearing for my travel day and for my travel day home. I am finally done with my planner for Disney. I am so happy with the way it turned out. I love this planner so much. It's so clean and you can definitely make it what you want. So like for example, because this is a Christmas trip, I kind of wrote in all like pink and green, and then on the pages where I wrote in green, I highlighted in red. So you know, you can just make it really fun and you can make it exactly what you want, which is so nice. So let's go through each day of our trip and kind of go through what our plans are. Our travel day, I have 2 outfits because it's our travel day, and also we're going to the Christmas party, and then I'll definitely bring a pair of shorts in case, because it'll be cold when I leave Denver. When I land in Orlando, it might be hot, so I'll definitely bring a pair of shorts. But my little travel day outfit is just leggings, t-shirt, sweatshirt that I'm currently wearing, and my Hokas. And I'll probably have a pair of ears strapped to my bag, because as soon as I get on the Vegas Connect, I do like to put my ears on. So definitely bring a pair of ears on the plane with me. And then my outfit for the Christmas party is just leggings, long sleeve black t-shirt, this kind of cream colored vest, and Sherpa ears that that I got from Park Hop Designs, my little cinnamon roll purse, and my gingerbread Crocs. I have a very early flight, 6:25, so my sister and my mom will definitely land quite a bit before me, like 2 or so hours before I do. So I'm gonna take the Mirrors Connect and meet them either at the resort or at Disney Springs, kind of depending on where they are when I land. But we're definitely gonna drop our bags off. Check-in is not until 3 p.m, so we have some time. We're gonna go to Disney Springs, do some shopping, eat lunch. We were thinking maybe eating lunch at the Polite Pig because we've never been there and it is Michelin recommended, so I'm guessing it's really good. So maybe eating lunch there, but we'll see. And then we'll come back to the resort to check in right around 3 because the Christmas party you can get in as early as 4, so we'll definitely want to get there as soon as possible since it's our only Magic Kingdom day. I also noted the time for the virtual queue for Tron because it does open during the Christmas party for only people who are attending the Christmas party. I definitely want to get on right at 6 o'clock to get our virtual queue for Tron. We kind of toyed with the idea of also buying an individual lightning lane for Tron to see if we can get one around 4 or 5. When me and Aaron did the virtual queue for Tron, our group got called like right before the fireworks and the parade, and we didn't go to the first parade, so it was kind of like, oh my gosh, now we need to run over to Tron, do that really quick, run back for the firework, and then we need to catch the parade. It can kind of be tricky because there's so little time at the party, so just in case our group gets called at a time that's not convenient for us, I'm like, maybe we should just buy a lightning lane so that we can pick the exact time we're gonna do Tron and do it before the party even starts. That is something we've been toying with as well. And then I just made note of the times that we are planning to do these special Christmas activities. So the fireworks are at 10. We kind of talked about just getting in line for the parade right after the fireworks so that we can get a really good spot. I sat on the curb for the Boo to You parade last time, and honestly now I want to sit on the curb every time. It was so nice, no one's in front of you, and best of all, you get to sit. The second parade is at 11 p.m. and then there is a stage show at multiple times, but we decided to do the 11:55 because that way the stage show kind of goes after the party ends when you can't really be doing anything anyway. I feel like that's the best use of your time because you're not spending like 20 minutes watching the 20-minute stage show. Instead, you're only spending 5 minutes of the party time watching the 20-minute stage show. Does that make sense? Because it goes over when the party ends at midnight. So the things that we said are must-dos for us are obviously the parade, fireworks, getting the free cookies, hot chocolate, cider, etc. The must-do rides that we decided on are Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder Mountain, and Space Mountain. We also added a couple of rides as like if we have time, which are the People Mover, the Carousel, and Jingle Cruise. I do have a feeling that the line for Jingle Cruise will be quite long, but we'll see. But I feel like the People Mover will be a walk-on. I feel like the Carousel will be a walk-on. So the next day we are going to Hollywood Studios, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of obsessed with this outfit. I think I'm gonna bring shorts for this day as well, just in case it's hot. I'm hoping it's kind of chilly so I can wear the pants all day. For Hollywood Studios, since we're staying at Caribbean Beach, we can take the Skyliner over, which is so nice. Our plan is to go right at Park Open and rope drop Rise of the Resistance. So I made note of the times of early park entry, which is 8 a.m. and the park actually opens at 8:30. So we're gonna go straight to Rise of the Resistance. We did talk about doing Genie Plus. We will do Genie Plus this day. Honestly, I think we can do most things. We didn't really have to narrow down as much as Magic Kingdom what our must-dos were because we love rides. We're gonna hit as many rides as possible. But the plan is to rope drop Rise of the Resistance and then do a lightning lane for the other Star Wars ride. What is it called? Millennium Falcon. There we go. So we can kind of knock out all those rides in Galaxy's Edge. And then of course for breakfast, Ronto wraps. So good. My mom really also wants the whatever special popcorn in Galaxy's Edge, which is like purple and red. She loved it last time. And then our plan is to kind of just ride rides all morning. And then we do have a reservation at Oga's Cantina at 11:35. So we're really excited to go back there because we had so much fun last time. And then we'll probably go back to the resort for kind of a midday break, kind of depending on how we're doing on rides and if we're getting everything done that we want to do. We talked about maybe doing Bar Riva for lunch. I honestly don't even know if they're open for lunch, but since we're walking distance to the Riviera, we definitely should check out some of their food options because Bar Riva is so good. And I think technically it's their pool bar, which is insane because the food is delicious. And then we do have a dinner reservation at Sebastian's Bistro, so we'll probably take at least a little bit of a break since we have to go back to the resort anyway for our reservation. So our reservation's at 4:30, which is right when they open. And then we're gonna go back to Hollywood Studios for more rides. We're planning on stacking some lightning lanes for the evening. So we kind of talked about stacking a couple rides that we like to do at night, like Slinky Dog and Tower of Terror. We're definitely also gonna be doing Fantasmic for the last show, which is at 9 p.m., which is when the park closes. So again, I feel like that maximizes the amount of time you get in the park if you go to the last show. So our must-dos for Hollywood Studios are Fantasmic, of course, and then the rides Tower of Terror, Rise of the Resistance, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. My sister would also like to see the Beauty and the Beast show, so we put that on there as well. My sister and my mom have never been to Woody's Lunchbox. They have a fantastic dairy-free grilled cheese. Not the best dairy-free grilled cheese I've ever had, but anytime you can find like a yummy kind of comfort food in a dairy-free option at Disney Park, I would say that that's a win. So that is our plan for Hollywood Studios. The next day we are going to Epcot and going to the Festival of the Holidays. I'm so excited because I've never been to this festival before, because again, we're staying at Caribbean Beach. We can take the Skyliner over. Really excited about this outfit because you guys, I'm obsessed with it, and I don't know, it's so Epcot to me. I don't know why, because maybe because it's like plain and simple but also cute. But our plan is to go again at, you know, early, you know, right when they open, or for early park entry. We are gonna do Genie Plus. I probably should add the virtual queue for Guardians to my planner so I don't forget, but at 7 a.m. is when the virtual queue for Guardians opens up. There is no standby queue, so the only ways to ride it are doing the virtual queue, which does not cost any additional money, and doing an individual lightning lane. So we are actually gonna do both. We love Guardians, we wanna ride it twice, so we're gonna do both. So 7 a.m. we'll get our virtual queue, and then maybe go back in the evening and ride it again with our individual lightning lane. We don't really have a lot of plans for this day. We are kind of just gonna go through the festival and eat all the food and ride all the rides. A couple rides we definitely wanna hit are Soarin' and Living with the Land, but if we have Genie Plus, it should be a problem to be able to do all the rides in Epcot. One thing I have not talked about with my mom and my sister, so I don't know if we'll do it or not, but I just had an idea as I was filling this out, because I saw that the boardwalk also has a gingerbread house and I would love to go over and see it. So maybe I could walk over to the boardwalk before we go back for like a midday break or something, because it's so close to Epcot. I think when we stayed there, me and Aaron timed how long it took to walk, and I think it was like a 6-minute walk. So I would love to go see the gingerbread house. If it doesn't happen, that's totally fine, but I just had the idea, so I wrote it down. So what our plan is for the festival is we're all gonna go through the festival offerings as far as food and drinks go. Everyone's gonna make a list of exactly what they want to try, and here's the key: make the list in order of the World Showcase. So starting in France and going clockwise, or however you want to do it, so that when we're walking around, because it can be so overwhelming to go to these festivals and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it was that I wanted to eat, or where it was, or what country it was in, things like that. We're all gonna go through and write in order of the countries what food and drinks we want to try. So I think that'll be really helpful as far as when we're going around the World Showcase, where to stop and not having to go back for things. So that's what we're gonna do for food. Our other must-dos are just Genie Plus, Guardians ×2, and I did talk to my mom and my sister about doing the candlelight processional, and they agree that they want to do it. So I'm really excited. John Stamos is hosting it that day, so it's gonna be kind of fun, and I've just never seen it, and it just seems so like perfect and Christmassy. So we're definitely gonna hit one of those shows. There are multiple shows throughout the day, so we should be able to hit it just fine. So that is our Epcot day, and then our last day is our travel home day. This day I have this cutie little outfit planned because we're gonna go to the Grand Floridian and see the gingerbread house. So it's very gingerbready themed, kind of. So I'm wearing the gingerbread Crocs and my cinnamon roll Mickey bag. That's gonna be my outfit for the day. So we do have a reservation at 9:30 at the Grand Floridian Cafe for breakfast so that we can see the gingerbread house. And then we are gonna head over to Disney Springs to do some shopping, and then we'll take the boat over to Port Orleans French Quarter to get Mickey beignets. It is a really fun thing you can do on your travel home day that makes it a little bit less depressing. So we love French Quarter, so we love kind of visiting and getting our Mickey beignets on the day we travel home. That is our plan for our travel home day. My flight leaves Orlando at 4:10. My mom and sister's I think is at like 3:30, so it's a little bit earlier, but that's totally fine. We'll all go together, and we are going to take the Mears Connect back to the airport as well. So that is it for all of our Disney trip planning. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I will have all my Disney vlogs coming soon. I'll have quite a few vlogs for my trip, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next Disney video. Bye!